Coming up on a Get Loud podcast, another win for the Commanders, 7-2 for the first time since '96.
Hey, let Russ cook or not to let Russ cook? Let's not let him cook.
Let Grandma cook.
Let Grandma cook. Look at the patience on this guy.
And we're going to play Jeopardy with
A G.
a G. Welcome to the Get Loud podcast, presented by SeatGeek, the official ticketing partner of the Washington Commanders. Find tickets to Commanders games and more at SeatGeek. Smooth.
Yes.
This team just going to keep winning.
Winning
and winning.
Winning is a habit.
Yes.
And we're in the habit of winning. Like, believe it is real. I try to tell the fans all the time because they, like, pinch me and wake me up. And I'm like, this is the new reality. Like, you're not asleep. You're not dreaming. Mm-hmm. It's okay to be a winner. And everybody still has this little nervous tick saying, maybe I'm jumping on too early. Well, we are halfway through the year.
That's a crazy thing. Like, it's not early now.
It's not early. It's getting late. And guess what? We're still one of those teams that nobody wants to play.
Nobody wants to play Washington. Let's do your hot ticket, presented by SeatGeek, the most disruptive idea in ticketing. A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek. There was even that story that came out last week from Adam Schefter, who said players on other teams are requesting to come to Washington. Now, the trade deadline will come and go. We don't know if anything's going to happen, but regardless, that's a huge change.
It's a destination now. Mm-hmm. Like, everybody wants to be a part of a winner. Right? When you're a winner, everybody was trying to get to Kansas City year after year after year. Oh, do I need to pay a pay cut to do this? That's fine, because players want to win at the end of the day, and especially when they say, you know what, I think I got something that I can offer that team, all right, to get them over the hump. That means everybody's watching you. When you're the story week in and week out, like, the one thing this team and Jaden Daniels have did a great job of, when they're, which we haven't been good at, when people put us in Monday Night Football, we the only show in town Sunday night, we usually don't do well. Now when they see the TV, they like, bring it on. All right, let's show them what we got. Let's show them we got a dynamic unicorn at quarterback. Let's show them we got a defense that's getting better week in and week out. And let's show them we actually got, to me, the best special teams in the NFL. So, no, it goes without saying.
Also, this game could have easily been a trap. It's a trap.
I don't believe in those. Because guess what? I think Coach did a good job of saying, let's clear this Hail Mary game out of our system. Let's flush it. We're moving on. And that type of mindset went on to the team. And then it's the best coaching tape that a coach can ever have, because we won the game.
Yep.
But we did so much wrong. All right? We did so much wrong. So for him to have that ability to go in there and say, we played an average game and we won it, tell the truth Monday, the truth is we didn't play as well as we should. We left a lot on the table. We won this game by the Hail of us Marys. All right? So, and the Hail Mary is a prayer. Right? That's why it's called Hail Mary. I hate that Dallas started the Hail Mary. Right? Starbuck is the one who started it.
That's right.
So at the end of the day, it was one of those things where we shouldn't have been in that position that we needed a Hail Mary.
But you know what I like, though? I like that whenever it got dicey on Sunday, the team immediately responded.
Yeah.
Like, the Giants would come down, score, keep it close. Commanders would go right back down the field. Like, late in the game, that pass to Zacchaeus was massive, which sort of, you knew after that happened, all right, now we're back in Giants field position. They're going to wrap this thing up.
I think the most important drive was we went 3 and out to start the game. The Giants went on a 16-play drive, 17-play drive.
Kept running the ball.
Yeah, they was running the ball. And we came back and had a 12-play drive, if I ain't mistaken.
Okay.
To me, that was the turning point, because our defense had just been out there for so long. If we go 3 and out right there, it's a chance that the Giants can score, not because they better, because our defense is tired. So to go on a 13-play drive and score gave our defense time to reset and gave the offense time to get their defense tired. And by the way, top pass rushing team in the league had, 0 sacks?
That's right.
Sexy Dexy Lawrence?
I started to say, because he's a menace.
He's a menace, but guess what? We all have our kryptonite. And B. Oddish has played against him for years. I don't think he has a sack off of him during his time at the Cowboys and during his time in Washington. That says a lot, that you're stopping number one pass rusher in the game and you're doing it constantly. I didn't see the sexy Dexy dance. I didn't see none of that yesterday. Like Thibodeau didn't turn the corner. Like Brian Burns on the other side. This is a formidable group of pass rushers. This offensive line has been disrespected from the time of the beginning of the year, and I told people, give these guys a chance to jail.
They're nasty.
They are nasty. All right? They ain't quite the Hogs, but they are the Piglets. They are the Piglets right now. Now, can they grow into a hog? Because you know what a hog is. A wild boar. A piglet is a domesticated boar. Yes. And that's why once you domesticate a pig, it no longer needs to feed itself, so it no longer grows the tusk.
Okay.
Because they don't need it to hunt anymore. And it don't grows the hair because they don't need the hair for protection. So that's why I said right now.
I thought this was going to be geeking out. I'm like,
no.
Interesting.
Right now, they are the piglets.
Okay.
Can they grow into wild hogs if we let them into the wild? Oh, they're trending that way.
Yeah.
All right. Biotish, trending on being a hog. Sam Cosme, trending on being a hog. Allegretti not only was a trending on being a hog, he was a doctor in the huddle. You heard he had to pop Coleman's finger back in play. We do that all the time.
He said he had to look away. He's like, I couldn't look. I just decided to pull on a finger.
I popped many guys' hands back in place. I had guys pop my shoulder back in place.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like we do that in the huddle. If y'all see us in the huddle and we leaning into the huddle, somebody's fixing on us. Like we're fixing on each other. Because I'm not coming out the game. All right, so throw that thing back in place and let's go. And now I got to switch my game and try to make all my tackles left shoulder instead of right shoulder. Like these are the things you have to do. The piglets are coming.
Was there ever a time when you had to pop a joint back in place, pop someone's shoulder back in place, and you got queasy doing it?
No.
No?
I've seen
Dr. Smoot.
I've seen so much gore on a football field. Mm-hmm. I've seen stuff that you shouldn't see, bone coming out of skin.
Ooh.
I have seen legs and feet turned the opposite way. I have seen so much stuff that you just become numb at it. It's almost like a person that works for an ambulance.
I was going to say, you sound like an EMT.
Yeah, like, if you work for an ambulance, every time you see somebody, it's trauma. Mm-hmm. All right, well, if you play a violent sport like football, you're going to see trauma. It's like somebody going to a wrestling match and Stone Cold started bleeding. You're not shocked.
Right.
You're not shocked because you know what type of environment you're in. Well, I'm not shocked when I see some terrible injuries.
Yeah.
Now, the ones that bother you are the ones that you say, I wonder, can he come back from this?
Is he going to be okay?
Because you want him to be okay. Even though we go against each other, we pull for each other. It's a brotherhood. So you don't want to see nobody's career end because of an injury. But some of them that you see, the gore is serious. Yeah, the gore is serious. Like you're going to fix on. You're going to be a doctor at one point in your football life. Allegretti MD right now.
He just graduated.
Yeah, MD.
So when you talk about these piglets, what I love about these dudes is that B-Rob didn't play yesterday, and then you have someone like Jeremy McNichol. You have someone like Chris Rodriguez Jr., especially late in the game.
Yeah.
I was so hoping he would get in the end zone.
Yeah.
But part of that is those guys. Part of it is those guys up front creating holes as well.
Well, the thing about it is they noticed in that Baltimore game when B-Rob didn't play. See, B-Rob is their physicality. B-Rob softened it up for the other backs, the speed backs, to come in there and have bigger holes. Mm-hmm. Like when B-Rob lays on you in the first half, you feel it in the third quarter. So they said, how can we replace our physicality? Well, we got a guy in Chris Rodriguez that runs physical. We're not just a flash and dash team. We are a physical running team. And when you take that element out, it makes us finesse. Well, we don't want that identity. We want somebody that can run downhill, punish people, break tackles, make a defense hold themselves accountable. And that's what Rodriguez did. This next man up mentality, it's people on this practice squad just chipping at the bit to get in and show that they belong on this team. It's real, man. Like, you got to give kudos to DQ and this coaching staff for mindset. The mindset of this team is different. Like, they really have a true, I'm playing for the next man. And when you make football players play for other reasons than checks and prestige, you got a football team. All right? And that's what they doing right now. And when the quarterback is humble as he is, all the attention he getting, he just brushing it to the side.
Yep.
He's not paying it any attention. He doesn't. That changes everything. Because that means the top player on our team don't care about that. So now I can't afford to care about that.
You know who I'm so happy for?
Who?
Terry McLaurin.
Two
touchdowns. All right, go ahead.
You spoke of his name wrong. He go by the name of Terry McScoring. Right? That's his new name.
I thought I was like, did I pronounce that wrong?
Yeah, you did.
I did.
Terry
That's all.
McScoring is his name because all he do now is score. He had like 3 yards and 9 touchdowns yesterday. All right, so at the end of the day, Terry McScoring is enjoying life like he never has. Listen to me. He is talking that S.
I didn't realize how much of a talker he was.
No,
he will talk some smack.
He couldn't talk because he wide receiver. Here go the thing about wide receiver. It's a very dependent position. You depend on your offensive coordinator, your quarterback, your offensive line. Think about if you get a 99-yard pass and they get called back for holding. It's just so much into it. And never has Terry, since he's been in the NFL, walked on the field and said, you know what? I got the best quarterback on the field. I'm going to get the ball regardless, and it ain't nothing you can't do. So all y'all that challenged me all these years knowing I was catching ducks from a duck hunter. Now I'm finna tell y'all now and show y'all what I can do with a real weapon at quarterback. And I like that he calling out guys one by one because him and Banks, they been going at it. See, Banks went to Maryland. And Banks always kind of showed Terry a little disrespect until Terry told him, you're a 3-inch man. You 3 inches tall when it comes to me. You don't know what to do with Terry McScoring. All I do is throw the ball to me. I'm going end zone. I feel so good for him. I am so happy for him. Terry, you deserve everything that's happening to you.
4th multi-touchdown game of his career. Most touchdowns, has 6 this season, most since 2019, his rookie year. So he's balling out. He's got his quarterback now. Defensively, we were on the pregame show. I say this every week, but bro, you keep like it's crazy. I'm like, Smooch gonna get one wrong.
Smoochstradamus. Yeah.
I said, all right, who's showing out this week? You said, watch out for Jeremy Chin. He got that dog in him. He was unbelievable.
Yeah, he got that dog in him. Ooh. And I could always tell now, see, the mathematics I use to get to these players, I'm using Smootalytics.
You got to trademark some of these phrases.
See,
because you don't want somebody stealing something like, when you had Twitter.
Well, they already stole Twitter from me.
That's what I mean.
They already stole Twitter from me years ago. But Smootalytics, it's more than just numbers that you put into a calculator. Okay. It's also taking the soul of the player who's playing, the offensive coordinator, the defensive coordinators, the weather. I take everything into stock. Well, I take injuries into stock. I said, you know what? They're going to force this ball to Neighbors. They threw it to him 19 times the first time. This going to get these safeties some time to make some plays. I also said one of the safeties going to get an interception. I just felt it was going to happen. I knew what was going on with Banks and Terry. I said, well, Terry got a Terminator with him now. He's going to attack him. All right, so I put these things in, it comes out. I'm robbing myself because I should be making bets myself right now. I should be making bets. I probably left all in all $100,000 on the table this year. If I make these bets one at a time, parlaying, I probably made $100,000. But most definitely, I knew Jeremy Chin was going to have a day. I knew Quan was going to have a day. I figured whoever we was going to attack them to the inside. I didn't know who was going to do it, but everybody had moments. OZ had a moment. Downtown, De'Ami Brown had a moment. All right, so, Noah Brown, first down, touchdown, Noah Brown had a moment. So it's like they all have these moments where throw it to me, I'm going to make my play. Let's make sure the next man makes his play.
How about Dante Fowler? 2 sacks, 6 tackles, 3 solo tackles.
Best time in his career.
I started to say, and he's been around for a while now. Remember, he was, a top 3 pick?
Top 5 pick, most definitely.
And so, sort of disappointed early, but he is peaking right now.
No, peaking at the right time. Yeah. You could tell how important coaching is. You could take a great player. Like, let's just look at Baker Mayfield. Number 1 player comes out to Cleveland.
Okay.
Nobody's successful in Cleveland. Now he goes to a home in Tampa, and he's balling out. And it has everything to do with the marriage between the coaching staff and the player. Every player, no matter how good you are, you can't play in every system. You can't. I left Minnesota hunting to get back to Greg Williams.
Yeah.
That system just fit me so perfectly. I'm like, no. I'm like, money is good. I want to have fun playing football again. I need to find Greg Williams.
On 7-2 for for the first time.
Now, we gotta talk about this.
1996. And I just want to say, the number one, this is how long it's been. The number one song in 1996 was the Macarena.
Ooh, and it was terrible.
It was terrible.
And I was 11th grader at that time.
Oh, my God.
Still dreaming of the NFL. Yeah, I was 11th grader right at that time trying to figure it out. That's how long it's been. So I'm not shocked that the fans are skittish.
Yeah.
Now, I have to give a prop to one team in the NFC East.
Okay.
And that'll be, did you see that play with Saquon Barkley?
I've never seen anything like that.
Listen, I have to give props where props are due.
Ooh.
That's beyond amazing. All right, first of all, that first broke tackle.
The spin move was incredible.
He half spent one way and spent full back the other way. It was by itself would have been the play of the day. Then, all right, so he shook a guy out his underwear, left him right there on the field.
Yep.
Few of the balloons on the field. Turns, sees a guy, jumps butt first. No,
I like how I was going to say backwards, and you go, but first.
Listen to me. As a football player, if I'm running to tackle somebody,
I've never seen that before.
And I see this guy jump and spin around and moon me, no, jinx.
That doesn't happen.
And he landed. And I was like, did I just see what I thought I saw? Mm-hmm. That's amazing. Imagine if this dude had an offensive line like this from his rookie year.
I was going to say, you know what? And I remember saying when he was with the Giants, because I want to see great talent be able to be great.
Yeah.
And I thought, if this cat could run behind a decent offensive
just
line,
a regular
he would
offensive
go
line.
crazy. And now we're seeing it.
Yep, listen to me. Now we're seeing it. That play was amazing. They booked him as God's gift to running back when he came out. Sure and I was like, because I'm kind of low on Penn State players. Because I think they're great in college and they stink in the NFL.
Yeah.
Now, I was like, but Saquon looks to me, when he came out, I said that's one of the best college running backs I have ever seen.
Let's be on the good side with the Commanders. Now, I know one thing we were going to talk about was, if you're 7-2, that means you have a 92.4% chance of making the playoffs.
Analytics.
That's analytics right there.
I know. That's crazy. Fred told me we can't even talk about playoffs.
Well, we can't talk about it. So tell us why.
In this new environment, we are about the next 4 quarters. We're not looking to no playoffs. The only thing we're worried about right now is the fighting Russell Wilsons of Pittsburgh. Right? That's all we care about right now. And that's the approach you have to take as a fan base. One game at a time. When the playoffs come, we'll be ready for the playoffs. But as of now, only thing we're worried about is the Steelers. We're not worried about the game after that. We ain't worried about the Giants no more. By the way, the Michael Strahan curse has been lifted. And now I can stop seeing Michael smile in my dreams.
The tusks.
The tusks. Listen.
Well, okay, that's a very rational look at it. But as somebody who hasn't been alive, I've never been alive for the Commanders being 7-2.
Way to throw us under the bus.
I'm just saying this. In my life, never seen it. Can you not have a little hope for something like that?
Yes,
a little excitement.
Let's have hope for the next game. All right, let's have hope for the game after that. But no, we're not going to talk playoffs.
This is the player versus the
fan.
That's exactly what. Because Anna's like, I'm thinking about the playoffs, and you're like, one game at a time.
No, I get a fan base permission to think about the playoffs. Why not?
Yeah.
But why would you do that in November? We ain't even made it to December. All right? Like, come on. Like, one play at a time, one game at a time. You've heard nobody in the coaching staff say anything about the playoffs. Like, you heard no player.
And they won't.
And they won't because we're not programmed like that. Now, fan is short for fanatic. All right? So we understand that you're going to take stuff way farther than we are.
Yeah.
But if we want to be real, Kansas City fans didn't start out when Pat Mahomes went 7-2 the first time. Oh, playoff. No, they were like, let's just win the next game.
Yeah.
Let's just win the next game. And let's see how our rookie looks in the playoffs when that time comes. But before then, don't speak of it. Don't speak of it. Only speak Pittsburgh Steelers.
Well, speaking of getting ahead of things.
Oh, let's dive into the voicemail.
I was going to say.
But first.
But first.
Saquon, butts first.
Hey, what's up, Mr. Jenks, Mr. Smoot? Mike calling from Rhode Island. But I'm going to ask this question to Michael So, do you think Jaden Daniels, the way he's going, will end up being not only the Rookie of the Year, but the MVP? That one's for you, my friend, Mr. McEnroe. Just kidding. Now hope is restored after 25 years. This is bigger. This is different. They could win the Super Bowl this year, and I know I'm an optimist. But anyway, you guys take care. Thank you. Ciao.
Did he call you McEnroe?
I think he referred to me as John McEnroe.
Why?
The tennis player?
Yes.
Do you look like McEnroe? Hold on,
Even
let
in,
me-
I mean,
let
maybe
me-
I had the curly hair.
I was
Maybe
gonna say, let me think of. Do you look like?
that's the second time someone has called me John McEnroe in like the past month.
You should have dressed up as John McEnroe for Halloween.
I should have done that.
Just a tennis racket, headband, the short shorts. Yeah, why not?
Here's what I'll say to you. Right now, the favorite to win the MVP is Josh Allen, and Lamar's not far
I've been
behind.
saying Lamar is the favorite.
It's Lamar and Josh Allen right
I've been
there.
saying his Lamar stats are better than any year he won MVP right now. Right here's
Yeah.
the crazy thing about the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar is the number one passer in the NFL right now. Henry is the number one rusher in the NFL. That's ridiculous. When has that ever happened?
Well, I mean, it's rare. The case for Allen is that he's doing it with fewer weapons, right?
Yeah.
Because he doesn't have someone like a Derrick Henry in the backfield. I will say this. Jaden Daniels, he's going to win Rookie of the Year.
Yeah.
No question about that.
But he's in the talk for MVP.
Oh, he's absolutely in the race. I
Yeah.
don't think he wins it. It probably goes to Josh or Lamar. Patrick Mahomes, I don't think this is his year. It'll probably go to one of those two guys, but he's absolutely in the mix. There's no question
We're
about it.
breaking norms this year. We just broke the Michael Strahan curse with the Giants. We broke the curse of the black jersey. We broke the curse after curse after curse. We broke the Monday night curse. We broke the primetime curse. We breaking curves. Why not win? The last rookie to win Rookie of the Year and to win MVP was one Jim Brown.
It's hard to do.
All right, so Jim Brown played 100,000 years ago. All right? It's about time that got broken. Why not us? Why not us? All right? I got faith. If he keeps the playing the way he's playing now, he legitimately has a chance
Oh,
to
he has
win.
a shot. I think he finishes top 5. I think it's going to go back and forth between Allen and Lamar. And what Lamar's doing is, even for him,
Yeah.
his numbers are through the roof.
Yeah.
But I feel like Jaden is right there, but maybe like a year away.
I finna say, why not us? Why not now? Why not now?
Why not us?
Why
All
not
right,
us?
Next one. Actually, I think we might have our answer to this.
Oh.
Okay, here it goes. I've been a Commanders fan all my life. I'm 80 years old. I've lived in the area all this time, and this is phenomenal. This is the best it's been that I can remember in a long time. Fred, I want you to come up with a name for me. You're great with nicknames. Come up with a name for this offensive line. We can't use Hogs. I don't know whether Hog 2 would make it. Come up with something because these guys are doing the job, and if they continue to improve, it's going to be amazing what this year will end up like. And hail to the Commanders.
I am the nickname guru. And I told y'all earlier I named them the Piglets. But but the Piglet name is temporary. Because soon that Piglets, they're gonna surpass the Hogs and they're gonna grow into wild boars.
That's a big statement.
Listen,
The Hogs? We're talking Hall of Famer after Hall of Famer.
that's why I started them off as Piglets. All right, I didn't just say they have made it to wild boar status. All right, because last time I checked, a wild boar, I heard a hog. All right, so what I'm saying is, right now, this new group name
Okay.
is the Piglets. All right,
Okay.
soon they're going to grow into the wild boars of Washington. The
know,
wild boars of Washington. All right, this is what they're going to be. Listen. Coleman saying, you know what? Not only I'm finna make sure Thibodeau got as many sacks as a person sitting at the grocery store, here go my finger, put it back in place so I can continue to take him down. That's
Right.
wild boy status. All right? All right? Sam Cosme, pancaking guys. Biotici, taking it to sexy Dexy. That's wild boy status. All right? They almost said wild boy status. They're going there right now. Right now they're the Piglets. Headed to wild boar status.
Well,
I mean, the Hogs?
Yeah, well,
The Hogs might be, in fact, not even might be. That's the most legendary offensive grouping of all time. I don't know of another offensive line.
the
that has
Cowboys' offensive line, all right, when they had the triplets,
Yep.
is considered one of the best offensive lines. Kansas City offensive line with Will Shields and the rest of those guys was one of those lines. That San Francisco line, when Jerry Rice and Steve Young and Joe Montana was doing the thing, all I'm saying is to beat the past and become a better future, you got to be better than the past. All right?
Okay.
And the only thing better than a hog is a wild boar. And I don't know if you know this. A wild boar can get up to 1,000 pounds plus. They can get to a point
I did not know that.
they can eat anything. Overboards. They eat everything. Anything. Do you know the natural habitat? Because there's a couple of animals I don't think people know the natural habitat of. What's the natural habitat of a pig? Before we put them on a farm, E-I-E-I-O.
Probably just the wild.
Where in the wild?
The jungle?
The swamps.
Oh, the swamps.
So if you go on a swamp ride,
Okay.
let's say in New Orleans, you'll see a patch of pigs just sitting there. Yeah, the swamp is where they are.
Let's do that. You want to
All
play
right?
some bills?
Why not?
All right,
We
let's
can
do
play
it.
some bills. Why not? The Get Loud podcast is brought to you by Bet365, the official sports betting partner of the Washington Commanders. Bet on a range of NFL markets with the Bet365 app. Craft your own personalized bet slip with parlays. Access thousands a game with live streaming. Place your bet before the match or during the game. It's up to you. Download the Bet365 app today and join 80 million members worldwide. Age 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Virginia. Gambling problem? Call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. MWAA. We don't travel to escape life. We travel so life don't escape us. We dream of anywhere in the world, and in a blink of an eye, we're there. That's the wonder of flight. I love to fly, by the way. All you have to do is decide where to. Dulles International Airport. Let your imagination soar. Book your adventure today and fly Dulles at flydulles.com/nonstop. One thing I love about Dulles Airport, those big old Star Wars looking traveling things.
Those things that take
that
you
you had to
out.
get on?
Yes.
When I first got here as a rookie, you got to realize I was coming from Mississippi, by the way.
Okay.
I was just blown away by them. I called my mom and like, yeah, I'm riding this big Star Wars Caterpillar. And it was so different than any airport that I had ever seen.
I've never been on anything like that at any other airport.
I think it's like 5 airports in the world that still have these things running.
Okay.
And I think they cost around $400,000 a year in gas to operate. I believe each airport. I was reading about it like 3 days ago. You know, I read
God.
like a
I know
lot
you
of geeky stuff.
You're voracious.
Yeah. You gotta open your eyes to different things, my friend.
Let's open our eyes to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, Anna does a great job producing the show every week. What if I ask the question the way it is on the rundown?
Please do.
Okay. Fred, how do we keep Russ from cooking?
Make sure he don't have a stove. All right? Like, when you don't want grandma to cook, an air fryer is good until you need to do a whole dinner.
That's right.
A microwave is good until you need to cook a whole dinner. All right? Well, we ain't a microwave process. This is grandma's cooking where we at. Matter of fact, if we want to beat them, let Russ cook. I think that's how you beat the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Because he's not the same player.
He's not the same player, but he does well when everything is perfect and balanced. When Najee Harris is running that ball downhill, now, see, this is what happened. When Justin Fields was in the game, people crowded the line because they were not afraid of him pushing the ball down the field. Now that Rush is in there, they taking that one dude out of the box. Now it's room for Najee to run the ball. He's had his best week since Rush been there. But we need to make them run dimension. We need to say, Najee, you will not beat us today. Russ, show me you still got it.
Yeah. Because he used to be brilliant off schedule, but he's not that player anymore.
No, he ain't that player no more. I want you to play off schedule because now I think that's where he makes his mistakes. All right, so I want to put the game in Russ' hands because they have a formidable defense. Number 2 defense in the league, if not the number 1 defense in the league, with a star at every level of that defense. You got to be able to go blow for blow with them with our defense. If our defense is going to win this game, take Najee out the game, force Russ to cook, and I promise you won't nobody go to Russ restaurant because the food will be nasty.
Did Mike Tomlin make the right call?
Yeah, he did.
Russ?
Yeah, he did. Like, the one thing about Mike, Coach Tomlin is not going to second guess himself. He understands defense.
You know, by the way, when someone asked him, like, how did you know that Russ was going to be an upgrade? Because there were some questions when he made that move. He goes, that's why I'm well compensated.
Yeah.
I mean, the man knows his football. He's very confident in
He's
his
a
moves.
defensive coach, so he asking himself, right now, if I had to go on the field as a defensive coach and stop Russ, what would it take compared to stopping Justin Fields? Well, Russ proposes, with the pieces I got, he proposes he's the most dangerous because he can push the ball down the field. So now you're forced to play. You can't dictate the defense. You have to respond to it, this offense now.
Yeah.
Like, you could dictate it when Fields was in there and say, hey, we're finna make y'all methodically move this ball down the field. Now, the pass is open, the run is open, and the second layer plays when Russ gets out the pocket is open. So I'm one of those guys. I'm going to be like, Russ, you got to beat me. And you're going to have to be your old self for 4 quarters, and I'm going to bank on you can't be that.
Is this going to be the biggest challenge that this offense will face this season? I know Cleveland has a very good
defense.
defense.
I'm going to say Cleveland Tampa defense gets no love, and it's a very good defense. I always say, where are your stars at? Vita Veda. They got linebackers in Tampa, and they got Antoine Winfield Jr. They got 3 layers of stars. All right, the Browns, 2 legit corners. Usi Kimura at the linebacker, and they got Myles Garrett. 3 stars. 3 layers of stars. Well, they got Minka Fitzpatrick. They got Joey Porter. They got Highsmith playing just as good as TJ Watt. They got 3 layers of players. So the thing about it is, have they seen an offense like us? Like, there go the thing. The only offense they can see similar to us is the Ravens. Like, that's the only other offense. So it's going to be an offensive-defensive battle. It's going to be, and you got to realize, both teams have great special teams. Danny Smith is over there coaching. That's my old special team
I
coach.
tell you what, hasn't he always just been a great special teams
Great.
coach?
When I say great, it goes without saying. That's the reason we had the Mike Sellers of the world here, the Kerry Campbells, the Rock Cartwrights. We had a core guys, a special teams guy, this Danny Smith guy. So Danny going to have that special team ready. But guess what? We got a great special team of our own. Coach Izzo will have us ready. It's going to be a true brawl. And I'm happy to say we can go blow for blow with a Pittsburgh Steelers team. We couldn't always say that. All right? Now we can say that. Because where are the mismatches? All right? Special teams.
Okay.
Both special teams.
Great.
They could be both in the top 3. A wash. All right? So we equal there. You'll get them the leg up and say they because of the people they done had for years, that they got the better defense, right? Yeah. I can't say they got the better offense. That goes to us. All right? Yeah,
we definitely have the better offense.
We are top 2 offense.
Yes.
All right? Who has the better quarterback?
We do.
All right. That's all I'm saying. 2 + 2 = 4. That's all I'm saying. 2 + 2 = 4.
This feels like to me, this is going to be the most physical game of the season because this is
Well,
a physical
the Raven
football
was a
team.
physical game.
That's true. Ravens, that's physical.
Yeah.
But also any Mike Tomlin team,
It's gonna
especially if you play in that division, like the AFC North is just naturally, that's why they call it the black and blue division.
Yeah, but guess what? We're going to turn them black and blue because we got the Piglets up front. All right. The Piglets, let me tell you like this. The Piglets just handled Dexter Lawrence, Thibodeau, and Brian Burns. These could be cornerstones of each. Put one of these guys on one team in the NFL, and they could be the cornerstone. We just took them on all 3. Guess how many sacks they had? As many as a dead man.
I think Kayvon was out. But regardless, like the point is the same.
The point is, this line has stood up to every challenge they've had. Why would they stop now? And the best way to stop a pass rusher like TJ Watt is to run at him on 1st and 2nd down with B-Rob. Like, run with physicality.
We need him back.
Well, Chris Rodriguez step in and do the same thing. Hell of a block by him on that pass play, by the way.
He flipped the dude.
All I'm saying is take your physical back and run him at least 10 times at TJ Watt to stop him pass rushing on 3rd down.
TJ Watt, just as a player.
Unbelievable.
I mean, if you take, I forget the exact number, I need to look this up, but if you take him out of the Pittsburgh lineup, they are easily a losing football team.
Oh, no, easily.
That one guy, as dominant as he is, makes a tremendous difference on the entire team.
I think somebody put the linebacker Kevin Green, LeVar Arrington, who else did I say he had a case of?
Kevin Green, that's a good old school reference.
Kevin Green,
Yep.
mix in a little LeVar Arrington and a little James Harrison, and they give you TJ Watt. This guy makes plays in the rush game, pass game, run game. He's a demon. He was born to play football.
He sure was.
Like some people are just born to play football, but it's a way to stop him. It's a way, not stop him, nullify him and slow him down a tad.
Okay.
All right, that's the run power game at him to make him tackle in the run game. That's the run screen game at him, and that's also to make him run side to side. So if I can't beat you, I would tire you out. One or the other. This offense, I mean, this coaching staff they've always had a game plan for each and everybody that they play.
One advantage the Steelers will have is coming off a bye week.
Yeah.
Because when you can get healthy, when you have an extra week to game plan,
Yeah.
it's an automatic advantage for any team.
Well, I'm going to say not only you get healthy, you get 14 days to study this team. You get to watch us the week before we play you to see what we added to it. You get to study us more. You get to be more studious while you get guys healthy. All right, that's the only thing about it. Now, what can sidetrack you is you can lose a little bit of rhythm. All right, so it'll take you a quarter to get back in. Well, we're not the type team that you need to get behind to. All right, see, that's what I want to do. So we start so fast that if Russ is playing from behind,
That's not his game.
that ain't the Steelers game.
I started to say they don't have that explosiveness in them.
Yeah, so now it takes your running game out and make you one-dimensional. So this is what Mike Tomlin, I played for Mike Tomlin. He was my coordinator at Minnesota. That's how he got the job there. We was the number one defense in football, and that's how he got the job. Congratulations, by the way. And second of all, it's one of them things is we're going to make you play our game, all right? And plus, this is what we're going to do, Fair House. You know we ain't never lost in the Fair House, right?
4-0.
The sun shines on the Fair House. Now, unlike most group of opposing teams, people have to fly in. We know that we got Pittsburgh fans living right under our noses.
Oh, yes.
The terrible towels are here. We have to do this as a group. They can't take over the Fair House. I should not look over there and see a gold flag, a terrible towel. We're going to keep our tickets this week. We're not letting them in there. I need the fan base to help me out with that. We're not letting them in there. But I just think the way we start fast can force them to play from behind, can make them play our game. We have been dictating people to play our game. We can't let Pittsburgh dictate us to play their game.
Before we get to another voicemail, can you give us some insight on Mike Tomlin, the person? Because he's very guarded in front of the press.
Yeah.
Now, look, the man knows how to coach. There's no question about that. There's a reason why he's been in the Steel City for so long. But what is he like personally? Because you don't really see that with him.
Personally, he likes to laugh.
Okay.
Which he get it side to the players
Yeah.
and the coaches, not to the media. He's a public speaking guru.
Yep.
All right. You're not going to beat him there. I think there's something about that William and Mary. That's where he went to school at.
I didn't know that.
He played wide receiver at William and Mary. All right. He is when it comes to coaches, some coaches, they work for Willy Wonka and they will sugarcoat everything.
Right.
He's very straightforward.
Oh, yeah. There is no BS with Mike Tomlin.
He very straightforward. If it's going to be a change on the team, he going to come. He going to tell it to you first, and then he going to tell it to the group of the team. He will explain why. He's very highly educated, like very educated, and he watches everything. You see them big old eyes? He watching everything that you do, and he's trying to make himself better. Like he said, sometimes I make my players better, sometimes my players make me better, and he loves attitude. He's really a 1960s coach.
Yeah.
He's that old school Lombardi football run through a brick wall. When you come to work, you at work.
Like he's a football guy. You
He's
know
a
what I mean?
football guru guy. It seeps out his pores.
Yeah.
Like all football, all the time.
Let's head to the voicemails. And I don't have the number in front of me. What is it again? Tell the people.
Oh, here. I'm here. 703-726-7419. 703-726-7419. Sorry we can't get to all of them, but you guys leave so many. It's awesome.
Yeah.
All right.
We're going to get to the ones we can.
Absolutely. And we appreciate you guys continuing to leave them. I know some people have been like, I'm a 4-time caller. I haven't been featured.
Just
Don't
be
worry.
patient. We got you.
Keep calling. We will get to you eventually. All right. Here it is.
Okay.
If it'll play.
Smooth James, what's up, man? This is I'm a first time caller, bro, but long time fan of the show. Clyde Davis, man, born and raised in D.C., North Michigan Park, to be more specific. Listen, Smooth. First thing, where did you get that yellow leather jacket from, bro? You're gonna have to shoot me some info on how to get that Smoot. That jacket is fire as heck. But big shout out to Commanders from the top to the bottom. Man, our coaching staff just continuously impresses me with, especially on defense, with wit, and they're just getting better every week. Secondary communicate more, like you said, and we're just looking fantastic, man, out there. And this is just the ground floor, man. I'm glad we didn't do no trades, no nothing. Adam Peters said, look, if we're this good now, we're just going to continue to build layer and build through the draft. I'm loving it, man. DC for life. Let's go.
Let's go. By the way, that jacket was fire.
Yeah, everybody loved that jacket because it's really my Tom Cruise top flight jacket. I feel like a pilot when I wear it. That's why I wear my aviators when I rock it, because it really comes off as a type of bomber jacket. But it's a designer in town in D.C.
Love that.
Yeah.
I have one more. That's okay? Before we get to Jeopardy?
Yeah.
With a G.
Hello, Fred. Hello, Jinx and Anna and the supporting staff. I'd like to say that I enjoy your show and that I like avenues like this where I can talk to a former football player, someone who played the game. And I'd just like to know, what were y'all first experience to go-go music? Did you hear it when you first came to D.C., or did you hear it before you came to D.C.? And also for you, Smoot, I would like to know why most DBs in the league don't turn their heads when they have a hint of the ball coming towards them. Maybe you can explain that for me more. And also, Smoot, you're a very creative guy. I think we need a war chant or a war cry, where all the fans could be on one unison when the team, or we need a hype play at the game. Thank you much, and y'all have a great day.
All right, Jinx, he asked you about go-go music. What's the equivalent to go-go music? Or did you find it before you got here? Or what
No, I don't. I mean, go-go is obviously, that's DC. Yeah. I wasn't even aware of go-go music.
No, because you grew up in the South with me, and we got country music, and we got, especially in Mississippi, we got blues.
Yes.
All right. So
I knew blues, jazz, country,
jazz,
pop, obviously.
Southern.
But I had never heard of go-go, and go-go is a very specific sound. I was never exposed to that sound before.
Yeah, no, I didn't know anything about go-go until I got here. And I started to go to the backyard bands because I'm trying to take on the culture. And I liked it because it was more up-tempo, and they were playing songs, original songs, but in their own way.
Yeah.
And here go the truth. I know my Mississippi people going to get mad at me. My mama loves blues. That's her thing. My grandmama, everybody loved blues. I didn't like blues.
Oh, really?
Because it's all sad, Jinx. Every blues
it's emotional.
Song, every blues song is, oh, my baby done left me and took the house and the clothes. Like, it's the sad. It's like, I was like, why are we celebrating this sadness?
I said, oh, my baby left me.
You know what I'm saying? They like sad songs. Yeah. I'm more of a happy person.
Yeah.
So they like go against kind of how I felt. And go-go was more in my pocket of, let's dance, let's groove, let's have a good time. Where blues it's just sad music, man.
Yeah.
Make you want to cry. All right, and then he asked me.
Why do DBs not turn their head?
Yeah.
All right, because, first of all the DBs don't run the same speed.
Yeah.
You have to literally get to the receiver. Like a coach will tell you, if you can't touch him, don't you turn around. And every DB ain't what we call a ball hawk. Us guys that like the ball, that used to play wide receiver, we gonna turn around no matter what. Some guys like to play through the hands. All right, we got a couple of keys. If I'm 50 yards down the field with Santana Moss, he got to step on me. My only choice is to play through his eyes, which they get big when the ball get closer. The great ones don't. And hands. Now, the guys that's smart, they do late hands, meaning the ball will be an inch away from where they want to catch it at. Then they'll put their hands up because they know when they put them hands up, we're going to play through them. I can't turn around as I'm going to play hands, all right? Because then I can't I can't track the hands. So I can't do this and that at the same time.
Yeah.
So we had to make our mind up in tenths of a second. All right, I'm finna play to break this ball up. I'm gonna play to pick this ball.
Yep.
Am I in body position to pick it? Because if I'm not, I'm finna secure the tackle and try to knock this ball out. So that's why guys don't look back.
I just came up with a blues song for Bears fans.
Yeah.
I said we could have had Jaden, but we got Caleb instead. Oh, Lord.
And now they done smashed our head. Hail Mary. Raise Hail Mary.
Let's pay some bills. Unless we have another voicemail, Anna.
No, let's pay some bills.
Oh, let's pay some bills.
The reading Rainbow.
Here we go, Commanders fans. We are right in the middle of the 2024 season, and SeatGeek is here to help you experience all of the action. SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all of the touchdown celebrations this season. Doesn't matter if you're buying or selling tickets to Commanders football games or any other live event in D.C., SeatGeek is the place to do it. The official primary ticketing partner of the Washington Commanders, the most disruptive idea in ticketing, a ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek. My voice going to go out.
Hey, you know what?
Singing the
I can
blues.
tell that you learned under the legendary teacher and author LeVar Burton reading Rainbow. I can smell a hint of him all over you.
He influenced all of us.
No, he did. He
really did.
I wouldn't be the reader I am without LeVar Burton.
One
Thank
of the
you for that.
goats. One of the goats. Okay, we're going to play Jeopardy
With a G.
with a G, Anna.
Jeopardy with the G,
Yeah.
so we don't get sued.
Oh, is that why?
I don't know. I just thought it was kind of fun.
Oh, nice.
Okay, fair enough.
Way to look out for the Get Loud podcast because it starts with a G.
Yep, Jeopardy with the G.
Yeah.
So I think we all know the rules of Jeopardy. Maybe I don't with the G. Don't we have to answer what is or who is?
Oh, yeah.
And okay, there's 3 categories: Washington history. It's really not that hard. Commanders 2024 season
Okay.
and potpourri.
Potpourri. Let's go potpourri for 200.
Are we okay? Are we actually?
Yeah, that's what he said
Okay.
he want.
Okay. Or do you guys want to compete against each other? No.
It's always a competition.
Yeah. Okay,
Let's
okay.
just see how many we can get.
All right.
I'll take potpourri for 200, Anna.
Yeah.
This film won the Best Picture Oscar in 2003, becoming the first fantasy film to do so.
What is Matrix?
What is Avatar? That's too early for Avatar.
Hold on. We say 2003.
2003 fantasy? God.
Not Harry Potter.
No, it's too early for Harry
Harry
Potter.
Potter. It was way too early for.
Fantasy 2003?
I felt like the Matrix really took off at that time because all this was
Maybe
wearing.
you're right.
Wait,
You're right.
I can give you a hint,
Okay.
which isn't. This doesn't happen in Jeopardy. I'm really bad at.
No, don't
Jeopardy
worry
has-
about it, Anna Trebek.
Hi, precious.
The Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Oh, I've never seen Lord of the
What
Rings.
is
So-
Lord of the Rings? Smeagol.
So you guys fumbled that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not a Lord of the Rings watcher.
Yeah, but you guys were alive then.
Yeah, we was young. We was outside.
She's just like Alex Trebek used to do. Remember you get an answer wrong, he'd insult you?
Yeah,
you guys
like
fumble that one.
Yeah, like what college did you go to?
All right.
Okay.
Which one do you guys want next?
It's potpourri for 300, please.
Oh, okay. This Dutch artist is famous for his works The Starry Night and Sunflowers. Don't forget, you have to start your answer.
Who is Picasso?
That's incorrect.
I was say he wasn't Dutch.
Oh, Dutch? Picasso? Wait, was it Monet? Was it Monet?
Monet's French.
I can say, come on.
I see, this is why I'm terrible at Jeopardy with a G.
What is Sam Smith?
What? No, Vincent Van Gogh. Come on, guys.
Oh, Van Gogh.
I'm thinking you're talking about. I didn't really hear your question, but let's get out the potpourri.
Okay.
Let's go 2024 Commanders for 200, please.
Who leads the team in sacks this year?
Oh,
So far.
Fowler. Who is
That's
Dante
correct.
Fowler?
Wow. You guys are good at this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, 2004 for 300, Anna.
Okay. Okay, this is kind of going Wheel of Washington. All right. The Commanders lead the NFL in rushing TDs. How many does Washington currently have?
How many? Mm-hmm. Oh. No idea. I'd have to guess. Smoot?
16.
You were so close. 15.
Ooh, nice guess.
I'll give you a half.
I would have said like 13 or 14. I
Well, I'm
would not have
trying
gone
to
that high.
add up B-Rob and Jaden's, but then you got Eckler, and what I did miss was the McNichols.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that's what
I'll
I'm
give you
going.
150. Now, I can give you a bonus point.
right.
Who is tied for second?
And touchdowns are rushing.
and rushing touchdowns.
In the
In
NFL?
the NFL, yeah.
Ravens?
The Ravens.
No, Lions and Eagles.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess that's true. That makes
The
sense.
Lions have been putting up points right now. And Saquon,
and Jalen because
can I call him Sabuns now?
That's true. All right, fair enough.
All right, what we got? Washington history for 100. I mean, for 200.
This is like me playing real Jeopardy.
Yeah.
Miss after miss after miss, and then when they have sports, I'm like, all right, finally.
Yeah.
Which Washington head coach was hired in 1981?
George Allen.
No.
That's too early for Gibbs.
It's too early for Gibbs, right?
No, it said Joe Gibbs when I was.
Is it Joe Gibbs?
Yes, it's Joe
Is it
Gibbs.
that early?
Because
Hold on.
he was at San Diego.
I thought that was too obvious. I'm like, it
Now, I'm
can't
gonna
be.
say he was at San Diego with Eric Coryell. Then
Okay.
he went to Tampa when they drafted Doug.
Okay.
And after 3 years there, he got the head job here.
I mean, Doug was in late 70s, right, in Tampa?
Was he?
Yeah, I think so.
Yes, 1981 to 1992, and then 2004 to 2007.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
To
All right.
Joseph, I apologize.
All right.
I thought it was too obvious. I was like, nah.
I was like, that's why I said George Allen or somebody, because she's digging deep for this one right here.
That's what I thought, too.
All right, for 200, please.
That was 200.
300, please.
Okay. Who was Washington's first ever draft pick?
Ever?
I guess it wasn't even the Washington
Are you
at that
counting
point.
the Boston
I think
Braves?
I think maybe. This was in 1936. I'll give you
Anna?
a little context.
Come on. They didn't even
300.
tell nobody who they
Hold on.
drafted in
This is-
36. You
can I
just
say
showed
this?
up.
This
and
is
it was
the hardest. Hold on.
doot.
I'll say this. This was the hardest category, right? Washington history for 300. Most points.
This is making me miss potpourri.
I've been saying 1930.
1936.
Franklin D. Roosevelt. Like,
I just thought you guys, I'm sure this has come up in a trivia question before. Okay, I'll tell you because it's not going to be relevant
hold
to
on.
any
Sammy
of them.
Baugh.
He was the second overall draft pick.
All right, give me a second. If it wasn't Sammy,
Is it going to be some cat we've never heard of?
Probably.
it is. His name
it?
probably Willie Jenkins III of his name.
Willie Jenkins III. Who is Willie Jenkins III?
Okay, the answer is Riley Smith. He's a blocking back from Alabama.
He's a blocking
Sorry.
back.
Just no respect.
That
to-
was mean.
No
that
disrespect
was
to his
mean.
family.
I'm sorry.
No disrespect to his family, but we don't know him.
Here's my impression of Anna. You guys fumbled that one.
That one I don't even feel like. Okay, so what we have left on the board
Oh, okay.
is Washington history for 100, Commanders 2024 season for 100, and potpourri for 100.
Potpourri for
Potpourri
100.
for 100.
This South America. You're on your phone, Fred.
No, I'm looking up my. I still got to do my
Okay.
geek app.
Okay, no cheating.
Uh.
This South American landmark is known as the Lost City of the Incas.
South America. Incas.
Machu Picchu.
Yeah, good job,
Ooh,
Fred.
Good job, Fred.
Machu
Damn.
Picchu. That's correct. Okay.
Woo.
I like yelled into the mic.
Take
Sorry.
me to Jeopardy.
Apologies
Take
to
you to
everyone's ears.
I'm going to sit in the back. Good job, Fred.
All right. Okay, what's left is Commanders 2024 season of Washington history.
Shoot it. Whatever.
Let's do
which
it.
one.
Okay. Terry McLaurin has had 6 touchdowns this season. His most ever in a season was when?
2019.
Yeah, his rookie year,
Yeah.
2019.
Bingo. Easy.
Mm-hmm.
Last one. You guys will get this. When was the last time Washington went to the playoffs?
What is 19? Oh, wait, no. What is 2020?
Yeah, 2020.
correct.
Because we went with a losing record.
That's right.
Yeah, we did.
She almost got me. I thought it was going to be when's the last time Washington was 7-2? It's the playoffs. That's why you got to make sure you hear the whole question before you buzz in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that was Jeopardy with the G, everyone.
Nice job, Anna. All right. Another good one. Another solid
one was okay.
People want to see your face, by the way, in the comments.
Apparently they do.
Yeah. And you say to what? You say they what to
Never.
that? Never.
I mean,
she
I
says.
feel like, I don't know. I'm not opposed to it, but I don't think I'm there yet.
All right. So
there. We'll
it's
get
time
there.
to geek out.
Midway through the season.
Midway, yeah,
Time
maybe.
to geek
yeah.
out. Brought to you by SeatGeek. Listen. All right. If I told you
Okay.
it's a substance, it's not a substance out there, but 1 gram of this substance is worth $62 trillion. 1 gram of this substance. All right. The world economy is 88 trillion altogether. A gram of this substance is worth $62 trillion, and it's antimatter. All right.
Okay.
That's why we have these big old collision things where they're doing all the stuff
super
on the ground.
colliders?
Yeah, super colliders under there, trying to attempt to create antimatter, but antimatter is opposite of matter. Right? The reason that space continues to grow is because of antimatter, because matter is trying to bring things together while antimatter is pushing things apart.
Oh.
All right, so the crazy part about it is it's so hard to obtain antimatter because it's like static.
Right.
Every time you turn your TV on and see that static,
Yep.
that's antimatter. Just putting you on some game.
Wow.
All right.
I'm going down a lot today.
All right.
Brain's starting to hurt.
And there's a beach in Japan where snow, sand, and the sea all meet at once.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, most definitely. I ain't gonna tell you that beach because I don't know how to pronounce the name of it. All right. I would, but I don't want to butcher it.
But I'm not going to tell you where it is.
Because people don't like
Look it up.
They don't like to give me props. They like to check me when I say stuff wrong in this southern accent. And by the way, my last one of the day,
Okay.
the volcano in the state of Washington, not Washington, D.C., the state of Washington on the West Coast, started to vibrate.
Uh-oh.
All right? Big volcano over there, starting to vibrate. It hasn't rumbled for over hundreds of years.
Okay.
Let's keep an eye on it.
That's just an environmental warning right there.
No,
Let's keep an eye on
because
it.
you know I'm an environmental guy.
I know you are.
So I like to bring up, I don't like to just bring up some facts that we can't hear. I like to bring up stuff that brings people knowledge. The earth is a machine.
That's true. What, they have the tectonic plates that move?
And guess what? The subduction zone is in the Pacific Ring of Fire. That's why more earthquakes and tsunamis happen in the Pacific than the Atlantic.
We need to start an educational podcast
LeVar Burton.
and have LeVar Burton on it. And then we'll be good to go. That's going to do it for the Get Loud podcast. For Anna, that's my guy Smoot. Let's get a dub against those Steelers. Keep it going.